Hello and welcome skincare professionals. Today, we're diving into a technology that is seriously setting a new standard in post-procedure care. It's called EpicExosome. That's EpicExosome. We're going to take a science-first look at how this can literally help you redefine recovery and, just elevate the results you're delivering in your clinic every single day. So, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off by talking about the post-procedure challenge that, let's be honest, we all face. Then, we're going to get into the fascinating science of exosomes and why their source is so critical. From there, we'll introduce the EpicExosome system, look at the hard data backing it up, and wrap up with exactly how you can weave this right into your existing protocols. Every advanced procedure we perform, whether it's microneedling or laser resurfacing, is all about creating a controlled injury to kickstart regeneration. But that whole process comes with a huge challenge, right? We have to manage the patient's downtime, calm down that immediate inflammation, and make sure that the procedure delivers the absolute best outcome possible. And that really brings us to the big question we're always asking ourselves. How do we take a patient's results from just good to truly incredible? How can we make that recovery process faster, more comfortable? Well, the answer really lies in optimizing cellular communication at its most basic level.
And that brings us right to the core technology that tackles these challenges head-on: exosomes. And listen, this isn't just another marketing buzzword. This is a field of really intensive biological research that is now being harnessed to create a whole new standard in advanced skincare. So, what are they exactly? Well, think of exosomes like the body's own intercellular mail carriers. They're these tiny vesicles. We're talking 50 to 150 nanometers that are released by cells to deliver little packages of information. And these packages contain things like proteins, growth factors, and RNA. And they go to neighboring cells to tell them how to behave. In skincare, this means they can deliver powerful regenerative signals exactly where they're needed most.
Now here's a crucial point. Not all exosomes are created equal, not even close. Their source is absolutely critical to how effective they are, especially for what we're doing in cosmetic applications. And this is where we see the really unique and powerful advantage of using bovine milk.
So let's just look at a direct comparison here. Because bovine milk exosomes come from a mammalian source, they have incredible biocompatibility with our own skin cells. Published research shows they share 95% of their microRNAs with humans, and those are so important for immune modulation and cell signaling. This just makes sure that the regenerative cargo they're carrying is recognized and used effectively, which is a huge difference from, say, plant-derived exosomes that have very different signaling profiles.
And all that science translates to a real-world impact on our key skin cells. Studies show that bovine milk exosomes can boost the activity of fibroblasts, our little collagen factories, by 64%, and keratinocytes, the main cells in our epidermis, by 31%. They also improve cell migration by 20%, which is just key for speeding up the healing of those micro-wounds we create during procedures.
So, how is all this amazing science actually packaged for us to use in a professional setting? Well, EpicExosome is the culmination of all this research, engineered from the ground up to deliver maximum potency and stability.
The key innovation here is something called lyophilization, or freeze-drying. It's a really cool process that removes all the water while preserving the delicate structure of the billions of exosomes in each vial. This keeps them completely stable and potent, right at room temperature. It ensures that when you're ready to use them, they are at peak biological activity, ready to go to work.
But it's not just about the exosomes. The freeze-dried powder is also blended with this powerhouse 4-peptide complex to create a multifaceted regenerative effect. You've got acetyl hexapeptide 8, you might know it as argireline, to help relax those expression lines, while palmitoyl tripeptide 38 gets to work stimulating collagen. Then they're supported by tripeptide 10 and oligopeptide 20 to improve elasticity and dermal density. It's really like a synergistic team, all working to rebuild the skin's architecture.
Then, this amazing complex gets reconstituted with a professional-grade biorevitalizing serum. And this isn't just saline. Every single component is designed to create the perfect environment for skin recovery. It's got Centella asiatica exosomes for powerful calming, sodium DNA to support renewal, and sodium hyaluronate for deep hydration, all working together in perfect concert.
Of course, in our industry, claims mean nothing without proof. Am I right? So let's look at the rigorous scientific validation and the real-world clinical results that are backing up EpicExosome. Okay, first, let's talk numbers. Each and every vial of EpicExosome is verified through nanoparticle tracking analysis, or NTA, to contain somewhere between 20.9 and 22.9 billion exosome particles. I mean, wow. This level of transparency and just straight-up quantification is really setting a new industry standard.
But it's not just about the sheer quantity. It's about quality and purity. The analysis confirms the particles are in that optimal size range of 73 to 147 nanometers, which is perfect for effective delivery. And on top of that, their identity as true exosomes is confirmed because they have these key protein markers like CD63, CD81, and CD9. This is so crucial. It's your guarantee that you are using genuine active exosomes.
So what does all this mean for the skin? Well, a recent clinical study measured the effects of EpicExosome used only as a topical, no other procedures involved. Using advanced skin imaging, they found a statistically significant average increase in skin elasticity of 19% in just 3 weeks. You can see that clear, statistically significant jump in elasticity right here. And remember, this is the average improvement. The fact that some participants saw improvements of up to 71% with just topical application alone, that really speaks to the biological power of this formulation.
Now let's look at a post-procedure case study, which is really the primary use for this product. Here we have a 49-year-old participant right after a microneedling session. As you can see, the erythema is pretty intense, which is a completely normal and expected response, as we all know. But look what happens just 45 minutes after a single application of EpicExosome. The reduction in redness and visible irritation is, well, it's dramatic and it's fast. This is that powerful calming and immune-modulating effect of the exosomes and the Centella asiatica in action. And here we are, just 24 hours later. The skin is almost completely back to baseline. It's calm, it's clear, and it has entered an accelerated healing phase. This right here is the key takeaway. You're not just calming the skin, you are dramatically shortening the downtime. That's a game changer for the patient experience and lets them see the amazing results of their procedure so much faster. So how do you bring this into your daily practice? The beauty of the EpicExosome system is its simplicity and just how seamlessly it fits in as the final step of your existing protocols. It's a simple, sterile, 3-step process. You add the serum solvent to the powder, gently mix it up until it's fully dissolved, and then you apply the entire vial's contents over the treatment area. 1 vial, 1 session. It really couldn't be any easier. And its versatility is a massive advantage for any clinic. EpicExosome is designed to be the perfect finishing step for a huge range of procedures you're already doing every day. From microneedling and RF needling to aggressive laser resurfacing, peels, and even thread lifts. It is truly a universal tool for enhancing recovery and results across the board. So this brings us to the final question. With this level of scientific validation, proven clinical results, and just how easy it is to integrate, are you ready to elevate your patient outcomes to the next level? This technology represents a true shift in how we approach post-procedure care. I'd really encourage you to ask your provider about EpicExosome or find a distributor to learn how you can bring it into your practice.